We on the podcast, baby.
Club Talk. Jay Brody. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. Yeah, baby, it's that Club Talk. You're now listening to that Club Talk. And now, your host, Jay Brody. 1, 2, 1, 2, ha!
All right, welcome back to another episode of Cloth Talk Podcast. Before we get into today's episode, we gotta pay respect to the Most High, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. Rest in peace. I believe it was August 16th she passed. So we want to make sure we send our Queen of Soul love, condolences to her family and those who were close to her. So rest in peace, Aretha Louise Franklin, Detroit's own. Quick shout outs to 2 podcasts that we need to take care of. Real quick. Shout out to the Soul is Prasmatic, new podcast out there in New York. I believe she's from Brooklyn. Chanel's the host. Dope podcast. Make sure you subscribe to that one. Also, the Satin Bonnet doing big things. Host Tiffy Tiff. Y'all familiar with that podcast? Oh, just laughing at the name. Yeah. Satin Bonnet. Real good podcast. She's dropping gems all the time. So make sure y'all check those 2 podcasts out. The Soul's Prasmatic and the Satin Bonnet. Now, let's introduce my guest today. 3 lovely women here. Columbus, you're probably familiar with these ladies. They've been doing it big with the podcast that they started. The ladies of Take Control podcast have been gracious enough to come on a Sunday, spend some time with me, talk about some good topics, and they just finished their podcast, so they're doing back-to-back podcasts today. If you're watching on YouTube and you see how they look, they are not a fan of how they're looking today. Not at all. They're not used to, I guess, recording their podcast video-wise, so they kind of were blindsided by me, so I feel kind of bad. So apologies, I should have notified y'all. So how we feeling today, ladies?
Pretty
We're feeling good. Y'all said your podcast went good.
Yeah, it did.
That's good. So I guess let's give the listeners a little history of who you are, how'd your podcast get started, and then we'll kind of go into our topics. So I guess let's start here and we'll just go that way. So okay. Let them know who you are.
I'm Darielle.
Where can they find you at on social media so the boys can slide in those DMs?
My Instagram is D_Hawkins7.
D_Hawkins7.
Yep.
There we go. And next to Miss Hawkins?
My name is Lynn. My Instagram is Lynn Vincentina.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta figure out how to spell it. I'm not doing that right now.
I won't give them their spelling. They have to figure it out. And who's next to Lynn?
I am Brandy, and my Instagram is All Hail Brandy. I think there's an underscore at the end.
You think?
I think it's Brandy with an I.
Brandy with an I.
Yes.
All right. So I want to talk about your guys' podcast before we get into our topic, because I think what y'all are doing as far as 3 women getting together, talking about a lot of topics that I guess most women probably wouldn't feel comfortable talking about. So let's start there. So well, you know what? Before that, how did you guys know each other? How do y'all know each other? Where did y'all meet at?
I know them from social media.
So y'all met on social media? Mm-hmm. You two?
And they grew up together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So y'all childhood friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just kind of came along years later?
I don't know how I met them,
well,
actually.
The start of the podcast, Dario and I followed each other on social media.
Okay.
But we didn't personally know each other. She put the idea out. I reached out. This was on Facebook. And we just started planning. And then about maybe 12 to maybe 20 episodes in, Lynn joined the group, and
so you're not an original member.
we always wanted three people.
Also, you always were seeking a third one.
And then I always knew, like, Lynn's funny as fuck. I'm like, if we ever add another person, I think it should be Lynn.
Okay,
right.
so you just perfect fit. You just fit right in.
Right.
Okay, so what episode did you come in around with?
Was the first episode the Valentine's Day episode?
I know it was in the beginning of the year.
I know she was on the men versus women.
Right.
And then I think it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the name Take Control, where did that come from? How did y'all come up with that? You got all the answers, huh?
I mean, I guess.
Like, were y'all just like sitting around, like brainstorming, like, so what should we call it?
Well, we did brainstorm, but like.
What were some of the names before Take Control? Just to
had,
get
Growing
Control,
Pains was
Growing
one.
Pains.
Losing
Growing Pains.
Control.
Losing Control.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Control was probably going to be a part of it.
So Control was going to be the
SZA
theme.
album came
Ah,
out, right?
okay. All right, all right. So y'all landed on Take Control podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, did y'all figure out, okay, so how are we going to like do it now? Like, where are we going to record, or are we going to get somebody to record for us? That's always the hard part. Like when I first started mine, I was like, God damn, okay, I know what I want to do, but how to fuck do it and put it out? Was that a difficult process when y'all started?
I think our first episode trying to record, we struggled because we're like, how are we gonna get an hour? We could barely get 30 minutes. We were nervous. We didn't really know what to say. So we really grew a lot since the beginning.
Yeah. So what episode are y'all on now? Well, the one today.
We've kind of lost
Maybe like
track.
30.
We're in the
30?
30s somewhere.
Yeah.
In the 30s.
It'll be a year in October.
Yeah.
Year in October. Nice. So y'all have grown a lot, I guess, since.
Yeah.
So y'all been doing it for about like a year since October.
Yeah. And in the beginning, we bounced around from like her house, the library,
the radio station.
Oh man, just bouncing around, recording everywhere. Okay, so now that we got a little background on Take Control podcast, there is a listener who needs some advice.
Okay.
I can't give him advice because I'm not a woman, so it's fitting that we have 3 women that can help him. So Rex, he has a situation where he got this girl's phone number. He texted her, and they were talking and everything. So eventually he wanted to ask her out. So he said, hey, he texted her, I guess, do you want to go get coffee sometime? And she said, maybe. So he's stuck. He doesn't know how to reply back to a maybe. What does he do in this situation? Is that a sign that she's not interested, or it's pretty much a no? What does he do from here? Because he hasn't texted her back since.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Just leave her alone?
Means she's not interested.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
Rex. God damn. But he really likes this girl.
I know, but no. Just let it go. If I tell someone maybe, it's me being nice.
Is it a nice letdown?
Yeah, and I'm usually a lot nicer, and I'll say yes, and I just won't make plans. So she's kind of really just letting him know that she's not really interested.
Is that right?
And it sucks, because if he really likes her, but I mean, there's so many other women out here. Find someone that likes you. That'll say hell yeah when you ask if like,
That's tough. So, okay, that leads me to a question. So, if a guy approaches a girl and they talk and they exchange phone numbers and whatnot, if the girl, because a woman told me this, a woman can tell like in 2 or 3 seconds if she's interested or not just by looking at you before you even say a damn word. Like, I could tell I'm not gonna like this guy, or yeah, he may be cool. If she knew that she probably wasn't going to be interested, then why give him the number?
That's what I was going to say. I mean, I wouldn't text anybody.
Because then you're leading the guy on as like...
Yeah, I wouldn't text anybody maybe if I knew I didn't want to go. Like, it would either be yes or no. But I kind of feel like his question was like, hey, let's go get coffee. Maybe he needs to be a little bit more direct. Like, I would like to take you out.
Yeah, I believe the way he worded it, because I was paraphrasing, I think the exact text was, would you like to go get coffee sometime, or maybe this weekend or something?
Oh, and she said maybe.
And she hit him with a maybe.
Yeah, no. Let it go. Let it go.
I could see if she said, like, maybe let me check my schedule, or I might have something, but just maybe, no. She's not interested.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Have y'all ever gave a guy y'all number who y'all wasn't really interested in just
all the
to...
time.
Yeah.
I think I did last night.
It's hard.
You did it last night?
I'm quite sure.
I'd be like, call my phone real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not have initial interest.
Why just not say, oh, I'm good?
You might not have initial interest, but if you actually give your number out, it might spark interest.
So it's like a chance, like, all
It's
right, let's see what
possible.
happens, I guess.
Sometimes it's a chance. Sometimes it's I'm just drunk. I want you out my face. You know, it's like I'll
my
just block
God.
this number later. Like
Jesus Christ. Doesn't that create a headache, though? If you just give a number out?
I
It's
mean,
like,
sometimes
yo.
it's a headache when a guy, because men a lot of times unfortunately can't take a hint. So it's a headache to get hounded throughout the night.
Yeah.
So let me just give you this number and just block you later.
That's easier.
That's a lot easier
You can
than for
always
him to
change the
just
number.
keep coming up to you. Because guys will do that. They'll
The
just,
persistence.
they're
Yeah.
very persistent and it's annoying.
So it's like, okay, just here. Just get away
Just
from me.
here.
Just take the number.
Take the damn number.
Okay.
Are you happy now?
Yeah, this happened to me recently. I was trying to keep it in the DM,
Yep.
and every day he's like, "So you gonna give me your number? So you gonna give me your number? Like, here, don't make me regret it. Just leave me alone."
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, beautiful women like yourselves, how many times are we getting approached? Like, let's say in a week. How many guys? Give a number out there. Monday to Friday.
It really just depends on what I'm doing. I think,
Like if you're
and
out
what
and
I'm
about.
looking at. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So we talking like double digits, like 10, 12
I think,
guys.
I think it's safe to say that you get hit on, whether a guy, like a lot of guys will just hit on you or compliment you and don't
Compliment you.
try to like take it further than that, or
Is
they
that
do it to
weird?
gauge.
It's like, hey, you're
It
beautiful.
only gets weird when you want the guy, like, damn, I wish you would have asked my number, like, fucking stupid. Like, that's the only time. But I'd rather take a compliment from someone I'm not interested in,
Oh, okay.
and he can leave it at that, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
No,
Yeah.
I had a bad experience with that.
What?
Like, he would compliment a couple of my pictures. I would be nice and say thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And then he,
Maybe
told one of
ease his
his
way
friends,
out.
like, "Oh, I'm about to talk to her." No, I just said thank you. Like,
Yeah, they can misread
Yeah.
it.
So, like, how many times do you curve a guy? Like,
all the
like,
time.
oh, I'm good, bro. All
out
the
of
time.
10.
9 out of 10 of them get
It's
curved.
really like almost 10 out
like
of 10.
paying craps.
Like we need it
9
can't be 9 out of 10.
10.
I gotta do like 99 out of 100.
Really? Wow. Is it like a standard you have, or is you
think-
just can't
Well,
with them?
I'm older. Well, I'm not older, but I feel like that as I've gotten older, I know probably off bat now, like down to a science, what I'm looking for.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like, let me just not waste anybody's time.
Yeah.
So-
Are you harsh with the curve, or are you?
No,
try to let
I'm
them
very
know?
friendly. I'm too friendly because a lot of people don't even know they're being curved.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I just like laugh it off. I was like, oh, thank you. Things like that. I'll have a fake boyfriend. Like, I'm in a relationship. That's my go-to.
Oh, that's a go-to. Oh, I got a boyfriend
I
already.
have a boyfriend. Like, I have someone at home. Actually, I think they're about to pop up on me right now. Can you leave? This will be awkward.
That's how you get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, that's crazy. I feel bad for Rex, man. Poor dude. She hit him with the maybe.
But you know what? As I was thinking, I was like, maybe she doesn't want to get coffee. But I realized if I really like someone, I don't care if they say, let's go pet
Yeah.
wet dogs.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's do it. Like, so it's a toss up. Like maybe she wants lunch or why coffee?
I
Is
mean,
coffee
I
like
the thing. I wouldn't get my hopes up, but like I said, I would ask her again, maybe.
Ask her what she likes to do.
So he should come back with. So what do you like to do?
no,
'Cause
he
maybe
just
she's
needs to
not
let it
feeling
go.
coffee.
He
Do
needs to
you
let
think
it
she
go.
just
Does he
drop
really
it?
like her?
Yeah, she expressed the same thing to him. This is why he's confused.
How long have they been talking?
Oh, they just exchanged numbers. It hasn't been
so
a
they
long.
they talked.
Yeah, it was a mutual. Well, I helped him out with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the backstory. So he seen her, and he was scared to approach her.
Mm-hmm.
And then he told me about it. So I was like, I got you back, man. Don't worry. So I went and talked to her
Mm-hmm.
and explained, like, hey, some guy's interested in you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, do you know him? She's like, And I described, like, oh, yeah, I know him. I seen him a lot of times. So, yeah, he was, I guess, a little nervous to approach you. So I came here, on his behalf. So I got the number for him, needless to say. Gave it to him and said, yeah, man, she said she's cool with you. She knows you. She likes you. She said, hit her up. And then when he hit her up, she
She was never interested in him, probably.
really?
Yeah. Just gotta let it go.
Damn, Jay. Damn, Rex.
It's alright.
He'll be alright. Hey, man, Jay, there's more women out there, man. Don't get down on your luck. He's been liking this girl for a long time. I know it's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Okay, off that. Is it ever does it get overwhelming when you get approached a lot by like different guys? Is it like every day when I walk out the house I know it's going to be some guy or some multiple guys? Is it like to the point where it's like I gotta go deal with this shit every time I leave out the house?
For me, it can be sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could turn my DMs off.
Because I want like it's not the same like for guys like always having a woman just unless you're like a celebrity or something. But like an average guy who just walks around is not experiencing that attention. I guess I always wonder like from a woman's perspective, what is that like dealing with that like just dude after dude after dude?
I don't feel like it's overwhelming. I think trying
Do you
to
like it?
Not necessarily.
Like,
I think it's hard trying to shift through the bullshit. Like what are you here for? Who sent you? What do you want from me? More so than it's just like, I don't feel like I'm overly approached by guys every week, but I feel like it's like, okay, I just don't know if I want to talk to any of you or should I talk to any of you. That's the thing. It's just trying to sift through what's thrown at you.
Have you ever passed up on a guy that you wish you would have gave a chance?
No.
Really? Like, damn, like he was actually a good dude. Why didn't I give him the time?
I take that back, but this was years ago, like high school. There was one guy. He got older, and I was like, dang, I should have took you more serious.
And you didn't. You curved him.
I just, yeah.
Is he single now?
No, I think he's in a relationship.
Ooh. I'm about to say you could probably go after him now. Hey, he's in a relationship. What about y'all? Y'all pass up with a guy y'all probably wish y'all would have gave a shot that you regret it now? Like, damn.
No.
You even have to think about that. No.
Anybody that I want, I pretty much had.
Yeah, I not the ones that I've like passed up on, but ones that maybe I was dating and I should have probably got more serious with that person, or and I kind of did some self-sabotaging things. But yeah, like the ones that got away.
The ones that got away. It's like, fuck.
I have a few of those, but yeah. I just try to think like it was what's meant to be. Like I just tell myself that whole bullshit, and it just yeah.
So has there been chances where you gave guys the opportunity and you regret that?
Oh my god! What the fuck?
It's like all the time.
Every last guy.
There hasn't been one.
No, there's every guy.
Zero.
Every guy that I gave a chance, I was like, I wish I would have never met you.
Damn.
Like, what my life? Yeah, no.
How do women? I guess for y'all, how do y'all? I guess. Judge it whether you're going to give the guy a chance or not, or get involved with him. Like, what are you looking at? Is it his approach to you, or you giving it a shot, or okay, I think I like him, and then like later on y'all regret it, like what the fuck was I thinking? It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
The very first thing for me is if I'm attracted to you.
So you look at like physical appearance.
Yep.
Okay. Tall, dark.
No, I mean I don't really have a type.
Yeah.
No, that's your type.
It's tall, dark. I was gonna ask that. Did y'all have like the list? Like, he got to be this height, this tall. He got to have this.
Yeah, no, I don't have a list. I have to be attracted to you. Like, and you cannot be attractive and I can be attracted to you.
Is that right?
Yes.
How's that so?
Because it's a vibe. It's like a personality. It's a whole, like, there's been guys that I know that if someone see me out with him, they were like,
that's your dude?
Yeah.
How'd you get to this point?
Usually like guys like that are guys that can make me laugh all the time.
Yeah, guys
so
that
make me like them, even though I'm like, you're ugly as fuck.
Yeah, like
I really like you.
I really don't think we should have kids, but
Right.
Damn, you ugly shit, but I fuck with you.
yeah, but yeah, that's definitely.
That's hysterical. Wow. What's the gap as far as age? What's the highest we going?
At this point,
Talking 10 years, 5 years. How far are we going up?
I say 5 years.
5 year difference?
Yeah.
So if I'm not asking,
I'm
like
29.
29, so around 34 or 35 for you.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
10 max.
10. Okay. And you were?
I'm 28.
Okay, so you're same age as me. I'm 28. Okay, so you're going 38, 39ish. Okay. Lynn, what's up?
I'm like a decade to a decade and a half.
Is that right?
10 to 15 years.
10 to 15? You can go 10 to 15?
Yeah,
Wow.
I can.
And you're how old?
I'm 29.
So you're 20. Okay, so all around the same age.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
29.
could do. I could do. I wouldn't prefer it, but I wouldn't like be against it if I was able to like really connect with someone that was like 40.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that bad.
Really?
No, I don't think it's that bad.
It just make it weird though, like when I like go to weddings, or it just depends on what type of 40-year-old it is. Like, are you 40 or are you 40?
So if he's, let's say, like 43, 4 kids, divorced.
No. That sounds like stress.
Sounds like stress. But he's a good dude.
Yeah, no.
The marriage didn't work out, but he, he comes with a
you
little.
have 4 kids. I mean, I can't say that because P. Diddy is how old?
There you
and
go.
I would date him. Mm-hmm. And he got
See?
a shitload of kids.
Yeah, he does.
So really, I mean, but I feel
But
like
Diddy's different. Kyle's
yeah.
a guy.
I mean, come on.
We're talking
You're
about
right.
Diddy.
I mean,
here.
come on.
I'm talking about the guy that works at like a Starbucks.
No, hell no.
Oh, that's a good question. What if you make more money than him, can you date him?
No.
Oh, we find a lot about Lynn right now. Goddamn. So he needs to. If he works in sanitary.
No.
Damn. So status is important to you.
No, I'm not saying that, but I just know that a lot of relationships and a lot of divorces, it's not because of the infidelity. It's the money.
It's the money.
And if money is the issue, let's just eliminate it.
Damn.
And let you know.
So if you're taking home more than him, you won't mess with him.
No.
Really?
Absolutely.
Damn. What about y'all? Money matter? You're all in agreement with that.
You know what?
Can you date a guy that makes less than you?
Money didn't used to matter, but the older I get,
You need that stability. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Women and like, no. Mm-mm.
I feel like at this point, I'd rather you provide more and I provide more for the kids. Like, you provide more financially, I provide more when it comes to the kids. Like,
okay. What about you, Brandy?
I'm gonna say no.
Money's not a factor?
I think it depends on how much he is making. But no, I just feel like regardless, 2 incomes are better than 1 if we're a unit.
Okay.
But if he's making like $20,000 a year, we can't do much with that. So I think the number matters.
Depends.
But if it's less than me by maybe like $5,000,
It's not a big.
It's not a big.
It's not a.
Yeah.
Let's say he's making $45K a year.
I can work with that.
45K is okay.
I can work with that.
Lynn?
Why are you asking me these questions? You know what I'm going to say.
I'm going to ride you on this one.
I know you are. And I'm just, no.
40K is not doing it. 50K.
We're not about to do this.
No. You're not escaping this one. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
We're literally not about to do this. We're
60K.
not. We're not doing this right now. I'm telling you right now, we're not doing this.
So you want Diddy, literally.
No, I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying it. I don't want to come off as being
I'm just asking for the namesake for the guys who's listening.
No, don't do it. Because if it's the right guy, I can probably look past certain things. And I think I was just saying, there's this guy I really liked and money didn't like, I didn't think about the money part, but I have to really like you.
Yeah.
So it's like, and also it's a whole different scenario. Like, I'm a daddy's girl. My daddy is very successful. And when I leave and join my partner, I'm expecting my dad is going to be like, don't look for me for anything. You have this man. So if my dad is able to provide all these things, then it's like.
So your dad set the standard.
But I do feel like, given that example, somebody makes 45, 50K a year. It's not necessarily how much you make; it's about what you spend. So if you budget
how you are with your money,
right? If you're living within your means, you can provide for me as if you are somebody who makes $70,000 or $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Me personally, because I don't require much, but for the next person that might not work. But I think it really does come down to what you spend, not what you make.
Yeah.
So
okay,
that's true. Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. Lenny's getting heated with this money. God damn. We're not going to do it.
You about to go all the way up.
Let's cut it short. Like, she's getting heated with this money conversation.
No, y'all not about to paint this picture of me.
Like, we knew it. She was a gold digger.
Right.
I told y'all. I would call you a bitch.
They would. You would. They would.
No, I would do that. Let's take a quick break. We're here with Take Control Podcast. Brandy's here. Lynn is here. D Hawkins _ what was it?
Yeah.
7, number 7. Don't go nowhere.
Y'all niggas ain't grinding like y'all say y'all grinding. Y'all niggas ain't working like y'all say y'all working. Y'all niggas ain't trapping like y'all say y'all trapping. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Yeah. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Yeah. Where Lakeisha, where Teresa, where them hoes you said you got? Y'all niggas ain't got no juice. Y'all niggas need to stop the lies. Y'all niggas ain't got no hoes. The ones you do be feeling me. Same one you wanna wipe, same one on one night. Y'all bitches don't mean shit to me. Y'all bitches stay whining. Y'all bitches stay crying to me. Y'all bitches stay lying. Y'all bitches stay trying me. Y'all think I won't bust, pull up and fuck it up. Y'all niggas got me fucked up. Y'all niggas need an Oscar. Y'all niggas be acting too tough. Y'all niggas ain't grinding like y'all say y'all grinding. Y'all niggas ain't working like y'all say y'all working. Y'all niggas ain't trapping like y'all say y'all trapping. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Yeah. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Yeah. Where the weed at? Where the white at? Where that shit you said you got? Where them drugs at? Where them guns at? Where that shit you said you buy? Where that life you said you live? Y'all niggas don't be serving no blocks. Y'all niggas don't be toting no steel. Same ones that be dropping them dimes. Say you real, you a goddamn lie. Might as well be a goddamn cop. Y'all really don't know what it takes. Y'all ain't never had to fight no case. Y'all ain't never been facing no time. Y'all ain't never had your life on the line. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't grinding like y'all say y'all grinding. Y'all niggas ain't working like y'all say y'all working. Y'all niggas ain't trapping like y'all say y'all trapping. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Yeah. Y'all niggas ain't shit like me. Yeah.
Okay, after you exchange a number with a guy, how long should the guy wait until he makes the first call or text?